All right, y'all, we've made it to the Stealth Acoustic booth. I am with Chris. Amazing brand, amazing products, but I'm gonna let him tell it. Chris, appreciate you, brother.
Indeed, sir. So Stealth Acoustics has been around for well over 25 years, and we have been pushing the market into invisible speakers, trying to eliminate all the audio pollution that you look up and you see speakers in the walls and ceilings. We're trying to get away from that. So what we have is essentially a two-way speaker or a three-way speaker. We've got various options, but this is essentially a 6-inch with a transducer, or you might call it a tweeter in other parts of the speaker world. But essentially this would get put into the wall as part of the sheetrock layer, and I'm just essentially going to mud and cover up this frame, and then only essentially paint or wallpaper on the face of the speaker. So this would completely go away. A lot of manufacturers talk about a small aperture. We talk no aperture. So I don't want to see any holes at all. So I've got two-way 6-inch. I have a two-way 8-inch. I have the three-way 8-inch, which is what we're showing right now, the LRX83s. I also have the invisible tower speakers, the LRX85. So you can have a full tower speaker system. These run about retail $5 grand. And if you put in the subwoofer, the B30 sub, at $2,500, $7,500 bucks, you got a 2.1 system that sounds fantastic, and nobody's going to see a single inch of anything in the room. We took all of the same technology and we put it into our outdoor speakers. So now I have an IP68 outdoor speaker that will take no inrush of water. So there's no way water is going to get into this. There's no rusting because there's no bare terminals. It's just a bare wire. No metal parts on no metal grill, so hashtag no rusty grills. They come in white, black, or custom. Custom is essentially you can send us a picture of, say, the brick up on the wall, and we'll put that brick on here so that whenever you take the speaker out and you hang it up on the wall, it just blends right in and you don't see it. We also have a soffit kit that you can put into the wall, up into the wall. Many people have the old ugly speakers that are up in a soffit. Well, you can pull it out, cut a bigger hole, put my soffit kit speaker in. You can now paint and caulk around the seam and make that thing go virtually invisible. So no seeing more speakers outside. Lastly, we have Patio Theater. Patio Theater is the world's largest outdoor TVs. We have three various models: the Extreme, Transformer, and Megalith. I can go in the Extreme, I can go all the way to 190 inch. If I go above 190 inch, I cannot clear the overpasses. We're driving it to your job site or home. So we can put you in a Megalith. You can get as big as you want to. On paper, we go 339. We have a 273 inch that's in Canada on a private island. So a guy could be off his private island fishing and watching the news at the same time. Very important stuff. Yeah. So 11 foot tall, 19 foot wide, a 273 outdoor TV that you can see day or night. We were recently on the front cover of CE Pro. You may have seen that. Yep. So that's 156 inch. They got the Patio Theater of the Year Award, Tri-Phase Technologies. So we have these things planted all over the globe. US, Europe, Africa, you name it. We're all over the place. So these are real deal products that you can put in your backyard today.
Amplification.
I have two amplifiers. I have a stereo 2-channel amplifier that's putting out 350 watts at 8 ohms and over 400 watts at 4 ohms. It's got analog inputs, toslink inputs, XLR inputs, speaker level inputs. This thing is a feature-rich app. It's full of power, it's full of inputs and connections, and it go down to 4 ohms. So there's many times that you might want to double up on a pair of speakers and put it on left channel, double up a pair on the right channel, double up a pair for the center, and make a really impactful immersive system. You can absolutely do that. These are things you couldn't do with a regular pair of speakers because it kind of looks ugly when you put so many speakers that are not in line. These are invisible, nobody sees it, it sounds great.
Price ranges, what do these range from?
Price ranges, I'm retail somewhere between $450 a speaker all the way to my LRX85 at $2,500 a speaker. So you've got a very budget range all the way to a super high-end audiophile range. This is our newest, latest, 8th generation of product. Every single speaker from now on, all my linear radiance product comes with an acoustically tuned back box. So you don't have to buy that separate. It also comes with a warranty. Lifetime, it comes with a 17-year warranty that covers, if for any reason the speaker goes out because it's a bad speaker and we need to cover the wall repair, we'll do that. Now, if the speaker's put in improperly, we can't necessarily cover that. So if the speaker's done right, we'll cover that. Up to 17 years and $1,700. And one of the cool things I like to mention is, notice it's not white, it's beige, or it's got a little bit of a gray. That is a visual aid, so that whenever the speaker's up in the ceiling or in the wall, if it's solid white, you got too much mud on there. You need to sand it down. I need to see those colors bleed through. Now I know that I'm not too thick and it's gonna sound great.
Installation, anything we should keep in mind when installing these?
Installation, make sure you do not exceed 2 millimeters worth of product on the face of the speaker. If you put more than 2 millimeters, it can cause the speaker to not move, the diaphragm to not move, and if it's not moving, it's not putting out sound. Therefore, the customer is gonna go and turn up the receiver, they're trying to make it play, and if you've buried it under mud or paint, under mud, that's not gonna work well. So the key thing is 2 millimeters or less, and you'll be fine. Wallpaper, veneer, we don't care. 2 millimeters or less.
Now, any specific type of mud? I've been told.
Standard mud. Stay away from hot mud. Okay. Hot mud has a tendency. What'll happen? We used to have it on this speaker where the hot mud would rest and hang out here, and then whenever you did the second coat and the third coat, as it cured, it pulled in on that mud and made it look like a crack. You'd call me out and go, Chris, your speakers are cracking. No, it's the hot mud. Go and put some regular mud over it, finish it up, and be done with it. And that's it.
The only thing I want to show on the actual installation, because right now we have boxes, but this is actually how the speaker is going to be installed, sanded down, and once you prime it,
that's
right, it's like the wall.
So you put speaker in. You'd have these these are the cardboard shims that you can put on the back to adjust for if I need a thicker distance. Every speaker is built for 1/2 inch, so if you're using a 5/8, I would suggest putting some shims back there to make up for that distance.
Yep.
And then you only want to mud right around those edge frames just to conceal the frame itself, not necessarily over the diaphragm, the main part of the speaker. Once you've got that done, we like to put a flashlight on there to make sure there's no shadows, make sure the speaker's not buried. That will show up if you use a flashlight. Once you've done that and you know you're all good, now we can go to paint, and once you've painted or wallpaper, then you're good. Off to the races.
I like it. Chris, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for everything.
Thank you guys very much.
Stealth Acoustics. We got you.